A cheetah, starving and wild, locked eyes with her, a loyal German shepherd named Sandra, standing fearless at the White Lion Reserve. What she did next left every ranger speechless, their hearts pounding with awe. It all began with a desperate rescue. Zara, a young cheetah, was found near death, her body trapped in a poacher's snare. The White Lion Reserve took her in, but she refused to eat. Her ribs jutted out, her eyes dulled with hunger. The rangers were heartbroken, their hope fading fast. Time was running out for Zara. In a last-ditch effort, they called for Sandra, an 8-year-old German shepherd who had once nursed lion cubs back to life. Sandra was no ordinary dog. Disciplined, loyal, she had milk to spare from her recent litter. Yet, she never liked cats, big or small. Could she face a starving cheetah and survive? The rangers held their breath. Sandra stepped into Zara's enclosure, her tail steady, her gaze calm. Cameras rolled as the cheetah, weak but wary, froze. Everyone waited. Would Sandra growl? Would she flee? A hush fell over the reserve. Then, something extraordinary happened. Sandra lay down beside Zara, nudging her gently with her nose. The cheetah sniffed, hesitated, then leaned in, her rough tongue brushing Sandra's fur. For the first time, Zara ate. The rangers wept, their voices barely above whispers. They called it a miracle. Sandra did not just feed Zara. She offered warmth, trust, a mother's love. The cheetah's frail body pressed against the dog who dared to care. Weeks passed at the reserve. Zara grew stronger, her ribs fading, her eyes brightening. Sandra stayed close, enduring scratches from Zara's sharpening claws. She licked her clean, guarded her rest, taught her gentleness despite the pain. Sandra's love was unwavering. Even when Zara's teeth nipped too hard, she never barked, never snapped. She endured because, to her, Zara was hers. The rangers watched in awe as a dog became a cheetah's anchor. Zara's speed returned, her sleek body a blur in the enclosure. Sandra, however, grew tired. Her fur grayed, her steps slowed. The rangers faced a painful choice. Zara needed space to thrive, Sandra needed rest. The day they parted was bittersweet. Sandra looked back once, her eyes soft. Zara paced, watching her go. Sandra returned to her human family, leaving behind a cheetah who would never forget her love. 2 years later, Sandra returned to the reserve. Zara was no longer the frail cub. She was a 150-pound predator, her muscles coiled, her speed unmatched. The rangers were nervous, their hands gripping cameras tightly. Sandra stepped into the enclosure, smaller now, her fur streaked with age. A moment of silence hung heavy. Zara spotted her, stood, then sprinted forward, her paws thundering against the earth. Heart stopped. "Get her out," a ranger shouted, reaching for the gate. The director raised his hand. "Wait," he said. Zara slowed, sniffed, then brushed against Sandra, her tail flicking like a cub's. She did not growl. Instead, Zara lay beside Sandra, nuzzling her face. Sandra licked the cheetah's spotted fur, her eyes soft. The reserve erupted in tears. Under the moonlight, they rested together, as if no time had passed. The director turned to the camera, his voice low. "This is not instinct. It is love, pure and unbreakable." Scientists later called it a phenomenon. A dog saving a cheetah was rare. This bond was a miracle. System, * today's date and time is 5:50 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time on Saturday, August 9, 2025. This was not just a story of survival. It was about trust across species, a bond that time could not erase. Sandra, a German shepherd, had faced a starving cheetah and won her heart, proving love knows no boundaries. The rangers, still wiping tears, watched Sandra and Zara under the stars. The cheetah, once near death, now lay content, her head resting on Sandra's side. The dog's gentle lick spoke of a mother's enduring care. Sandra's owner, standing nearby, smiled through tears. She had always known Sandra was special, but this moment was beyond imagination. A dog and a cheetah, bound by love, defying nature's rules, captivated every soul present. The reserve buzzed with whispers of the miracle. Visitors gathered, their phones capturing the scene. The story spread like wildfire, touching hearts beyond the enclosure. Sandra and Zara became a symbol of hope, a family forged by compassion. Zara's strength was a testament to Sandra's sacrifice. The cheetah's once dull eyes now gleamed with life, her swift legs a blur in the morning light. Yet, she never forgot the dog who saved her. Sandra, though older, seemed renewed by Zara's affection. Her tail wagged softly as she lay beside the cheetah, her warmth a reminder of the days she nursed her back to life. The bond was unbreakable. The rangers reflected on that first day when Sandra entered the enclosure. They had feared the worst, expecting a predator's instinct to prevail. Instead, Sandra's calm presence had melted Zara's fear, rewriting their story. Scientists puzzled over the bond. Cross-species nurturing was rare, but recognition after years apart was unheard of. They called it a miracle, a testament to love's power to transcend biology, time, and even species. The moonlight bathed Sandra and Zara, their silhouettes a picture of unity. The reserve director spoke again, his voice steady. What we see here is not just a dog and a cheetah. It is love's triumph. This story, born in a moment of desperation, became a beacon of hope. Sandra's courage, Zara's trust, and their reunion showed the world that family is not defined by blood but by heart. If this story of love and miracles moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Press that like button, subscribe for more incredible tales, and tell us in the comments. What animal story inspires you? Under the stars, Sandra rested beside Zara, her eyes calm, her mission complete. The White Lion Reserve, where miracles happen, would never forget the dog who faced a cheetah and changed everything. The tale of Sandra and Zara spread far beyond the White Lion Reserve. People across the world watched the footage, their hearts stirred by a German shepherd's fearless love for a starving cheetah, a bond that defied all odds. Sandra's journey began with doubt. The rangers had questioned whether a dog could face a wild predator and survive. Yet, Sandra's steady gaze and gentle nudge had turned fear into trust, proving love could conquer even the wildest hearts. Zara's recovery was a marvel. Once a frail creature, barely clinging to life, she now raced across the enclosure, her spots gleaming in the sun. But her eyes always softened when Sandra was near, remembering the dog's warmth. The reunion was not just a moment, it was a revelation. As Zara sprinted toward Sandra, the rangers braced for danger. But the cheetah's gentle nuzzle, her purr against Sandra's side, showed a bond deeper than instinct could explain. Sandra's owner shared stories of her loyalty at home. Even after returning, Sandra seemed to carry Zara in her heart, her eyes searching the horizon as if longing for the cheetah she had saved. The reserve became a pilgrimage site. Visitors came to see the enclosure where a dog and a cheetah forged their miracle. They left with tears, inspired by a story that felt bigger than themselves. The rangers often spoke of Sandra's first day. Her calm steps into the enclosure, her refusal to flinch, had set the stage for something extraordinary. They had witnessed not just survival, but a family born of compassion. Scientists continued their studies, baffled by the depth of Zara's memory. A cheetah recognizing her canine savior after years was not just rare, it was a glimpse into the power of love across species. The director's words echoed in every retelling. "This is not instinct, it is love," he had said, his voice a beacon for those who doubted. Sandra and Zara's story became a call to see the world with hope. As months passed, Sandra visited again. Each time, Zara greeted her with the same joy, lying beside her under the vast African sky. Their bond, unbroken by time, was a living testament to miracles. The reserve staff shared the story online, urging others to witness this triumph. "Share this with someone who needs hope," they wrote. Viewers did, and the video spread, touching millions with its message. Sandra, now slower, carried a quiet strength. Zara, swift and powerful, carried her gratitude. Together, they showed that love could bridge any divide, creating a family where none should exist. If Sandra and Zara's story touched your heart, share it. Like this video, subscribe for more tales of wonder, and comment below, what story of love has changed you? Their legacy lives on.